Today's video is going to be about how to use the BACB Experience Tracker. I know a lot of people find it difficult to use because either A, they don't have Microsoft Excel, or B, they don't know how to use OneDrive, or C, they don't understand the input functions. So in this video, I'm going to go over how you can find it, how you can use it for free if you don't have Excel, and how simple it really is, and like how it does all the math for you, and it's actually so much better than doing it all by hand. This way it prevents any errors in your calculations, it does the math for you, and you know exactly whether or not you're meeting your requirements. So let's begin. Okay, so type in BACB Experience Tracker into Google. You can click the first link, the fieldwork tracker information, and that should redirect you to the BACB website where you can download everything. I find that it's really convenient to use this website, and it helps a lot, especially because they give you step-by-step directions on how to use the fieldwork tracker. So step one is to create a Microsoft account, and you can do that on OneDrive and use Google Gmail, a Microsoft, a Yahoo, whatever kind of account you want to set up a Microsoft account. So I'm gonna go log into mine. You can always make one too, it's completely free. Just type in OneDrive into Google. Click on the first link, which is sign in or log in, and it's pretty self-explanatory to use. So here you go. I'm going to type in my personal email and then log in. Alright, so this is the OneDrive files folder. It's kind of like the Google Drive essentially, which is really nice. Step 2 is download the fieldwork tracker to your computer. So click on this link and it'll automatically download. Go back to your OneDrive and drag and drop the file into the OneDrive folder. You can see it's uploading and it pops up right there. You can click that one. It takes a while to load, sometimes it's a little glitchy. A little slow sometimes too. But here you go, it's downloading. And as it loads up, you're going to see the first page is an instructions page. And it's a pretty self-explanatory page. It's going to ask you for your name. So just put your name in. And then the BACB certification you're pursuing. So for me, it's BCBA, sorry. And whether or not you take the exam before 2022. And as you read it, it tells you the purpose of the fieldwork tracker and how to use the tool. So it gives you kind of simple directions on how to use it. Next, we're going to click settings, and this is where you put where you've been working or where you're going to get your hours from. So fieldwork setting is where you are getting your hours. This could be at school, this could be at work, this could be through observation, this could be wherever it is. The emphasis of work, so as you can see, there's a lot of different options. Delinquency, education, I do behavior analysis, and my area of work is autism, but obviously there's other options, so take a look at that. And your primary age group, mine's adults. And the great thing about this is you can put multiple settings if you're working in different places and want to claim hours for all of them, as long as you have a supervisor for every place, obviously. So let's say for this one you're doing in-home therapy company. And you want to claim, so you put the company name, not in-home therapy, and then you fill out the same thing, maybe change it up. Okay, then we move on to supervisors. Supervisors, you can put more than one, just like in settings. Your supervisor name is your supervisor name. The BACB ID number you're going to have to ask your supervisor for because the online registry will not have it. The BACB certification number, you can look up through the online registry. Just Google BACB registry. And you click the first link, and that is what will take you to it. This registry is great because whether or not you have a supervisor, you can always look for one. It has all of the BACBs that are registered. You can look up via zip code to see which one's closest to you and whatnot. You can also look through a state. You can look through last name, and you can look through the city. So let's say we're going to look in New Jersey and click agree to the terms. So obviously we want to use it. Searching for certificates, and here's your list. And sometimes it can be pages and pages long, and it tells you where the BCBA is located, whether they're active or not, and whether or not they can supervise. So B is willing to supervise BAs, and C is willing to supervise those pursuing certification. So that can help you narrow who you should reach out to. And if you click on the names of the candidate, you can find out the information like where they are, their certification number, their status, and when their certification date is. All this stuff is necessary to be filled out through your experience tracker. And here you're going to write the date your supervision contract was, when it started. Ignore that. So once again, these are what you can find on the website and what you need to ask for and what you can fill out by yourself. Now we're going on the fieldwork log. This is like the easiest part of everything. Write your fieldwork type, so supervised independent, practicum, or intense practicum. Most of you guys will be supervised independent fieldwork because that's not from work. Practicum stuff is from school stuff. You click your setting and your supervisor from the drop down, the date, start time. Always write whether it's AM or PM because otherwise it will naturally default to AM. So if I write 4 o'clock PM, I have to write PM. As you can see, it automatically generates the restricted hours from the fieldwork hours. So it's copied because you need to have 50% restricted. So it automatically does that. So you need to type in unrestricted hours manually. And then you're going to write the method of supervision. So let's say I met with someone today. Put in my supervision time that I met with my supervisor. And it automatically defaults to the group supervision because 50% can be allowed to group supervision. So you have to manually put in how many times you had one-to-one contact. So you have 7.5 independent hours, 1 individual supervised hours, and the total amount of hours you had was 8.5. So it calculates that all for you. And then you have extra space for notes. And then what's cool about this is you can drag and drop everything. So if it's all like the same person, same place, you just drag and drop it until infinity and beyond. You know, and what's cool is the dates, it does it by numerical order. So it'll naturally generate that for you as well. It doesn't work the way with time though, that's the only thing. So let's put in some more dates and times. Whoops. Yeah, get this annoying retry button if you don't do it correctly. So do it correctly the first time. And after I put in some times, I'm also going to put in some unrestricted hours. I'm just going to make it up. 4, 5, 4, 3, maybe, yeah. And no supervision. Because you can add hours that you did not meet with your supervisor. That can count towards your 130 hours a month. That's really important to remember. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so no supervision. And click on data analysis, and this will show you the breakdown of all of your hours. So on this page is really cool because it shows you the month and the year that you start your supervision or that you're claiming for, type you're claiming for, and the number of hours that you've completed totally. Number of independent hours, and this is like, this is the number of hours you complete total. Number of unrestricted, so it tells you 17. You're supposed to have more than 50%, 50 or more. So as you can see, that's not 50% more, so you need to add more unrestricted. And then percent of your fieldwork that's supervised. So 2.4 is way too low, less than the 5% needed. So we're going to go back and we're going to add some more hours to claim. And obviously you'll be doing this in real time, so you can't just go back and add it. Make sure it'll keep you on track to actually have the 50% unrestricted and 50% and 5% supervised hours. Help you plan your month, essentially. Okay. And let's do 2 individual supervision and 1 group hour. So that's when we had 2 or more people meeting with the supervisor at the same time. And as you can see, all our data has changed. We have now 6.9% of fieldwork supervised, we're good. 25% of group supervision, which is good. You can only claim 50% or more, 50% or less. So it looks like we're all good. So now we're going to Google BACB Experience Form. And this is like the form that you give your supervisor to sign so that you can claim your hours. Click the first link, and you're going to scroll all the way down to Experience and Documents. You're going to click on the current experience documents, monthly and final experience verification forms. Click the one that's relevant to you. I do individual supervisor monthly. And this is the form that you give them to fill out, essentially. So fill it out. It's pretty self-explanatory. And oops, okie dokie. The same stuff as before. Let's do September 2019. And you can check things off, which is super easy. And these are all kind of self-explanatory. It's all the same stuff that you have already put in the experience tracker. So what's cool is the independent hours. You look over here, it says independent hours. You just copy this number and you can put it back in the experience form. And supervised hours, same thing. So supervised hours, 4 hours. Stick that in there. And this it's really cool because this PDF automatically calculates the total for you and how much of your hours were supervised. So you don't have to do any of the math, which is really easy to do.
All right, so I hope that you found this tutorial really helpful. I know I spoke a little quickly, so slow it down if you need to. If you have any questions, let me know, and hopefully I allow you to make use of this great resource. I used it my entire BACB training career, and I'm pretty confident that I will not have an issue when it comes to submitting in my paperwork. Let's pray, because the experience tracker said that I have more than enough. So wish me luck, and I wish you luck as well.